Good afternoon, everybody. It's Saturday, September 14th. Welcome to a special edition of Stories with Ori. Today, I am doing this here on my phone at the swimming pool of where I live. You can see the pool there, okay? And I'm doing it in the sun. And the reason I'm doing it in the sun today is because what I'm going to talk to you about is a very gloomy situation. It's about our economy. Now, you all heard about the Great Depression. Okay, you've seen people jumping out of windows when the stock market went down. Okay, that was in the 1930s, before I was born. And I'm going to be 80 years old. So most of you don't even remember any of it and probably have never read about it. That was called the Great Depression. We, in my opinion, are in a worse situation than that. And, I'm not an economist by any means. I studied economy in college, but I'm not an economist. But let me tell you what my thoughts are, folks. The stock market, the Dow Jones, is the highest it's ever been in history. You turn on your cable networks and they're telling you about how great the economy is, when in fact it sucks. It's the worst it's ever been. Now today I have had over 7 conversations with various people and various businesses. Each and every one is complaining. They can't make it. They got payrolls. They can't make it. The cost of everything. Folks, I'm fairly fortunate, but I'm not making the kind of money I used to make back in the old days. But I'm okay. I'm able to pay my rent. But my rent's $2,600 and some odd dollars, almost $2,700 a month. And people tell me what a deal I have. That's a deal here in Beverly Hills. And I'm seriously considering moving to Nashville, Tennessee. Because I could save, boom, right off the top, I could save $1,000 in rent. And then forget about grocery shopping. I go in the grocery store just like you do. I pick things up and I go, might be good, but $9.95, I put it back on the shelf. Gas, you can't pull into a gas station and say fill it up like you did in the old days. Today, I watch people go in there, they're putting $10, $20, enough to get them from point A to point B. They're not filling their tanks. Gas out here is almost $6 a gallon. Do you know what our governor did out here? They approved the bill for the power company, Southern California Edison, to tack on to every single household $25. I just got a bill for $75. My bill used to be $40, $42 a month. They tack on $25 a month. We, the people, got no say about this here. This is worse than the Deep Depression. You have no idea. The head of these grocery store chains are making hundreds of millions of dollars a year. But yet they're laying off people and they're increasing in price. And everything. Every single day. It's just not, hey, we'll increase it this month. It's every day. I talk to the people who work in the grocery store. They tell me they're increasing prices every day. The orders they're getting. You got to pay for it. You have people on Social Security who are just living on Social Security. And they got this big deal that they give them a 2.5 or 2.6% increase. 2.6, folks, when things have increased over 30%. Maybe, in all honesty, they should take away Social Security. Because if they had you mandatory made it, that you had to put the same money you're putting in Social Security, you put it into with a mutual insurance company, you could retire on 5 times more minimum of what you're getting now. Let me tell you some of the people I talk to. People in the real estate business. My dear friend has flipped over 700 homes in his lifetime. Yes, he's made a lot of money. Thank God. But now he's losing a lot of money. He has not sold a property in over 5 months. They keep talking about they're going to lower the Federal Reserve. Where are they going to go? 0.25%? I don't know how much help it's going to do. Okay? I don't know what our president could do, whether it's Trump or Harris, because they got no say in the corporate America. Okay? So what they're telling you, they're going to be lowering your prices, they're full of shit. That's the real estate market. Restaurants, especially here in California, they're paying the highest minimum wages ever in history. Once again, our governor. So what do they got to do? Our restaurants, they're laying off people. They can't afford to keep them on. And a lot of restaurants are closing. This is not a good economy, folks. Would you believe even people in the cannabis business are feeling the crunch? Yes, people in the cannabis business, both legal and illegal, are feeling the crunch. Because that's something that people are saying, I could do away with that. Would you believe in the illegal businesses, such as prostitution? The girls are lowering their prices. They are actually calling guys and lowering the prices because it's tough. Because guys are not spending that extra money to have that little bit of fun that they used to have. So everything that we live for in America has been taken away from us. You can call it the pandemic, call it about the supply chain. I don't care what you call it. How did it happen? When did it happen? I don't blame any president. I blame the greed of our corporate America in today's world. Why should somebody, the head of a bank, be making $45-50 million a year? I just heard of a head of a grocery store making $325 million for the last year. That's almost $1 million a day. But yet they're laying off people because they can't afford to keep them on. But he can make $325 million. Folks, when are we as Americans going to wake up? Because in my opinion, this is worse than a Great Depression. So on this beautiful sunny day, I'm sorry that I had to bring you this gloomy information. But I felt that somebody's got to talk about it in a real way. But you can't believe these pundits on television. Would you agree with that? I should do a poll here. I don't know how. Otherwise I would. I'm not a tech guy. Well, folks, that's enough of that for today. Thank you. God bless and have a wonderful weekend.